Today's video is entirely filmed on an iPhone. So in yesterday's video I did a few quick tips on how to improve the lighting and the look of your iPhone videos, and in that video I set myself the challenge to see if I could make an entire short entertaining film only using an iPhone. This is an interesting challenge because as a filmmaker who invests lots of time, money, thought into the equipment I use, when people turn around and say, oh, phones are really good these days, why can't you just use a phone? I thought I'd explore that a little bit further. So here's the video I captured for today. Here's a little sequence from the garden. Have a look, see what you think. So looking at that, it's quite impressive what you actually can do with an iPhone, but it's really important to play to its strengths. Use what it can do, everything it can do, and be as creative as possible. For example, now, I'm shooting on my iPhone now, and one thing that really ups the production value is having the phone sat on a stable surface so it looks like it's on a tripod. It's not, it's just on the back of a chair, but it really adds and brings that production value higher to make it look like it's shot on something a little bit more high-end. Also, what you've got to make sure is that the lighting is correct. Like I said yesterday, shooting outside in this fantastic weather is great. If you're shooting indoors, make sure you have plenty of light. Here is some footage shot in the shed where there was no light, and as you can see, the footage is very grainy, difficult to focus and doesn't look great. One of the downsides of using an iPhone is it's harder to pick your focus points, which is something that in the video world you really want to have manual control of, because focus is a real way that you can tell your story. Through the focus, you literally tell the audience what they should be focusing on. So now you're talking to me, the camera should be focused on me, not the background. But on an iPhone, sometimes if you move too fast, it can hunt for your focus, which it's actually doing a really good job of now because I'm trying to show it as an example. But just be aware of that. You know, there was a few shots that I had to do 10, maybe 20 times just to get the focus right, because the phone didn't know what I wanted it to focus on, because there isn't that ability to manually focus. You can buy apps that make the phone more manual, but I didn't want to shoot with one of those because they cost a bit more of an investment, and most people aren't going to want to pay 20, 30 pounds for an app just to shoot things on their phone. They are worth the investment if you're serious about shooting a lot of things on your phone. Not necessary for everyone who's just going to pick the phone up every now and then and shoot a video. Also, the audio on the iPhone isn't the best. In yesterday's video I noticed that the audio sort of peaks and troughs and goes loud and quiet at indiscriminate times. So today I'm using an add-on lavalier mic. These are about £50 on Amazon. Again, a bit of an investment, and if you're going to be more serious about using your iPhone for video, I would highly recommend getting one. There are cheaper alternatives as well. I've not used those, I've only used this one, so I can only recommend this one. It's a Rode Smart Lav Plus. So I think the key with using an iPhone, the same with using any camera, is keep it creative. Avoid using the digital zoom on the camera because that can make the footage really grainy. If you want to get a closer shot of something, move physically closer to it. Your legs are the best zooming tool you can have. Also, think of all the multiple angles. Don't just shoot something once, shoot it 2, 3, maybe 4 times so that you can see what the different angles you can get. Not everyone out there is a filmmaker or even wants to be a filmmaker, so if you want to keep it simple, keep the lighting good, make sure you're in a quiet area so you can get good sound, and keep the camera still and stable. That's the best way to get a clean looking video that has a professional feel to it. For editing, there are many choices that you can use on your phones. iPhones come with iMovie pre-installed, as standard, but you can use many more from the App Store. I personally use Adobe Rush because I'm familiar with Adobe software. Same goes for Android. Pick whichever one you want, whichever one works for you. And again, keep it simple. Don't worry about titles at this stage. Don't worry about fancy effects. Just place the clips in the order that you want and for the duration that you want them. It's good to change the pace of the edit, so some parts should be fast and snappy, some parts should linger a bit longer to feel like there is pace in the edit. And then when you feel more confident that you can actually pull the story together, then look at making title cards, some graphics. Again, there are other apps to do these. These can be something as simple as just a static card that says my video, or it could be something a bit more fancy with some animation. If you think some videos on editing would be helpful, let me know and I can do some videos around editing. So with this exercise, I think I've shown that you can film something quite good with a phone. Does this mean I'm going to sell all my equipment and just use a phone from now on? Definitely not. Being a professional filmmaker who's gone through the training and has got the experience, I know how to utilise the professional equipment to get the best out of it and to get things much better than you could ever get from a phone. But to people out there who are just making short videos at home, the phone is the perfect tool. It's easy, it's quick, it's convenient, you have it with you all the time. But when that level of production needs to step up to the next level, there is no substitute for the real deal. Hope this has been helpful. Hope you can make some fantastic videos at home. Share them with me. Thank you for watching.